don't know why I did that. Hello, everybody. It is I, William Roomgall Yellowhammer, your wizard of all gaming. And I know Dollar Bill last night said, oh yeah, he's gonna play DC, Lego DC Supervillains. He's not my boss. I'll play whatever I want. So today we're playing Super Destronaut. Super Destronaut. Land Wars. Probably never heard of this game. I haven't. I've never played it. But it was a couple bucks, and I think we'll give it a go. How to play. Move. R1 is shoot. L1 is jump. And that's the charge weapon. And this is the aim. Alright. Classic mode, hardcore mode, combo breaker, maximum snail mode. You are slow and can't tell no anything like that. We're just gonna do classic mode. Giving up drinking ale, crystal ale. Not good for me anymore. The carbonation just wasn't good for my insides. So, now, straight up tea from now on. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's pretty much just survival. Alright. You know, this is a nice little game. I really didn't pay much for it. Bright, colorful, the graphics are nice. They're trying to go for a whole retro-esque feely-dealy. Space Invaders, Galaxian Monster. Ah. Best gun shotgun. There's one shot, boom. We can max up health. Wow. How long have I been streaming? Less than 30 minutes. Layout's changed. It's randomized. It's always going to be on a wall like that. dragon constantly growling out there. we're going to take a little break here. Oh, right. Story time, or should I say what Dollar Bill was talking about yesterday, because I did watch his stream. About the whole kebab thing in the land of Germany there in your world. Why should the governments of your world get involved in such trivial things than a meat sandwich or a meat wrap, as it looks like? Now, we have things similar here in Voth, right here in Morscar. They're good. They are good. I do enjoy them. I do eat them quite often. You know, it does have a nice sauce that they put into it, kind of spicy. Or at least the ones here, or it's a little spicy. And the meat, it could vary. I mean, it could be lamb, it could be goat, it could be beef, it could be horse, it could be drake meat, it could be any sort of living creature that we have here that would be put into it. Drake is a little more harder to butcher. They're mostly a working animal. So horse, on the other hand, well, that's a working animal too. Ox is too. But nonetheless, uh, you boil that long enough, not boil, but you, um, uh, how can I say this? You cook it long enough. Roast it long enough, whatever, and on a nice low heat for a long time, it falls right off the bone. Anyways, so yeah, we put various different meats in these things, but the in our economy here in Morsgar, pretty much anybody can charge what they want, and it really all depends on the meat. If it's lamb or goat or pork, it's cheaper. Or chicken, it's cheaper. It really is. Because, or rabbit, it's cheaper. So it's not expensive. And I eat a lot of the chicken. I like chicken. Uh, Pork I like too. Beef I like too. Beef's a little more expensive. I don't know why, but it is. Um, but the chicken and the pork is pretty cheap. And then you have rabbit, and then you could get some reptiles in there, some snake or whatever, and then sometimes rat. Rat's really cheap. If they're selling something really cheap, if it's really cheap kebab, not kebab, but wrap, is I like to call it, a meat wrap. It's probably rat here. So if something costs, 3 coppers for that, or 5 coppers, or 50 coppers, I would not. A copper is like your penny. Alright? So if something costs 50 coppers, I wouldn't eat it. Because you don't know where that meat came from. Probably the cistern in the back. The cesspool. So you might not want to eat that. But if something costs you about 3 Signas, 50 coppers, it's probably going to be chicken or squirrel. Squirrel's good. Squirrel is good, not wraith squirrel. Wraith squirrel, I'm not getting into those. Or they'll probably get into you if you mess around with them, but you ain't got to worry about them in your world. Anyways, it was probably either chicken or squirrel, which I like squirrel. It's good. But then you go up and it's going to be, you get into the 5 Cigna 50, or just 5 Cignas. You're getting pork, which right around there, something, if a meat wrap costs 5 Cignas, Cignas is equivalent to your dollars. If it's equivalent that, and it comes with another thing, maybe some fried potatoes or another vegetable, well, along with the vegetables with a cabbage and tomatoes, in with it, with the dressing, with the spicy dressing. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be safe to eat too, because it's not rat. It's not rat. That's just one thing yeah. Cheaper isn't always better, especially in our world. I understand, like, oh, you somehow wind up here. Oh, I only have 5 copper. Don't buy it. It would be better to go into the woods and find yourself some berries, which most of the berries you can eat here, just make sure they're not little tiny red ones. The little tiny red ones, you will die. Do not eat the little tiny red berries. You will die. Now, we do have the same exact fruits here as you do. We have strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. We do have those. And they are delicious. If you find those in the woods, you're good. You're really good if you find those. We do have carrots, we do have potatoes, we do have tomato, we have any food that you have there, meat wise, vegetable wise, fruit wise. We have, with some exceptions, because we do have extra things here. I'm not so much vegetable or fruit, but meat wise we have a little more because of certain animals that we have that you don't, and we don't that you have, whatever. But yeah, uh, I know this is kind of a boring topic, but I'm filling in time here. So, say you find yourself in our world. Somehow you got transported, which is impossible because you would die through the portal. But somehow, let's just say magically you get swept away and you wind up in our world of Voth. And you land in Morskar, which is where I live, or Sarthos. Let's just hope you land in one of those two. You don't want to wind up in Volgoth up north, because those barbarians will kill you. Um, and it's very cold, and you'll die. Oh yeah, you'll die. If you wind up in no Voth, yeah. Well, if you wind up here in Morskar or Sarthos or Denoth, or even the brine, you have a really good chance of surviving or living. Really, just living. Um, I mean, well, if you wind up in the brine, you probably get robbed, beaten, maybe. Well, all depending on where you are. Because in the brine, it would be equivalent to Tortuga in your world. I mean, at one point, pirates, a lot of merchant kings. Yeah, a lot of thieves, a lot of pirate. Yeah, imagine an entire country run by pirates. Yeah, run by pirates. Now you go to Sarthos. There, it's very ritzy. Sarthos is very ritzy, very aristocratic. The people are living on the high life there. A lot of them. You come to Morscar. It's a mixture, really. You got your low level peasants, just scraping by. You got kind of what you would call your middle class, working class farmers own some land, maybe a couple acres, Then you get you got your lords, after that you got your like your minor lords, and then you have your lords, and then you have your upper class people. Um, and you got royalty, where I live on that property. I'm not royalty, but I am part of the king's council. I am I am the royal wizard. I do get paid awfully well by him. Um, so I eat well. Obviously, look at me. Though I have been losing weight and down 100 pounds. Yes, because I was at 408. Now I'm at 308. Got a little ways to go to what my goal weight is, but I'm getting there. So, like I said, you find yourself here. Make sure that I'll just give you a little bit of take. If you see a lot of dragons, you're in Danath. Uh, look for signs, and they should point you to Morscar. You, excuse me, I just farted. Uh, now, if you do come to Morscar, there are areas that you want to avoid. Most of the swamps. Uh, yeah. You want to avoid the swamps and the marshes. Now, if you Nightshade, if you wind up near Nightshade, stay in Nightshade Village. Because you'll be safe in there. Because don't wander into the swamps there. If you do, you're going to want to go around the swamp, because in those swamps, it's not like we got to worry about alligators and snakes. Now. Those are we least. The animals are the least of your worries in that swamp. The undead are in there, and when I mean the undead, I'm not saying vampire. I'm saying the living dead. Just stay out. Go around it. It's going to take you longer to get around it, but go around it. And if you go around completely and you find a little shack outside of it, you will meet somebody that is in there. Somebody I know. He, yeah, his name's Magog. Um, he, how can I say this? What he is? He's a necromancer. Yes. He's a very odd fellow. Uh, don't get on his bad side. Now, if you Go in. It is a shop. He does have a shop with with magical items and such. But watch out. He'll try to sell you cursed items at some point. Sometimes. Yeah. If you get a bad feeling about it, don't buy it. Also, if you ask for directions, he will point you in the wrong direction. Because he will point you back into the swamp. So if he says, oh, go that way, go the opposite way. Don't go the opposite way. Because he could be a butthole, and he likes to see the world burn. So, also, his familiar, Poe. You'll see him there. He, yeah. Poe is, he's a, well, he's a skeleton bird. He's a raven, skeleton. Steer clear of him. But if you get on his good side, if you get on Poe's good side, you got a very strong ally there. Also, if you run into Jinx, he's his dog. He's his hound. Uh, Jinx is he's just the nicest dog you'll ever meet in your life. He's just a nice little. He's just a good little guy. He's always too little anyway, but he's just a good little pup. Yeah, he's good. If you run into him, you'll be fine. Quite frankly, he might be the only one you can trust. Uh, but if you make your way, if you're in Morrisgar and you make your way to the town where I'm at, where the king lives, which is the capital, I'm sure a lot of people will point your way. Of course, you just look at the signs. Make your way to the castle and ask for Billiam Rungal Yellowhammer. That's me. I will try to get you back to your world. Not necessarily think I probably will be able to, but we can try. Um, if not, I could always get you a job here at the castle, and you can live here. I mean, you could be I could get you a job here at the castle, and you'll make some signas and be able to live and eat. Mind you, you'd probably be a servant of the king, but it's better than dying out there in the swamps and the wilderness, where you could run into the undead and thieves and other horrible things. And we have a certain tree that you would want to avoid while there in those areas. It rhymes with grape. A grape tree, but they're not. But take the G away. Yeah, the king must be leaving wherever he's at. Yeah, you want to avoid those areas. So, you come here to the capital or one of the surrounding villages, you should be fine. Get yourself a job, I would say, at a inn, because inns will house you. Don't go to taverns, because they're just for food and drink. Go to inns where it is food and drink and rooms. Just get the job of sweeping. Unless you could do other things, but trust me, if you go and you get being a cook, trust me, if you're from your world and you got the most minimal cooking skills, you'll be wonders here. Trust me. So, if you establish that when you get here, you'll be fine. You'll just be living in this magical world. Now, mind you, we don't have a lot of the same technology as you do. We don't have your video. Well, I do. I have video games. I mean, I use them through magical means, but I'm the only one. Um, what can I say? Just we on the occasion we do have people that pop up here from your world accidentally. We don't know how it happens. To be quite honest, they you should have exploded, but we have gotten a few that have gotten through and we're fine. We really don't know. They obviously don't know. I've been trying to study this phenomenon for a little while with other wizards. We don't understand how or why it's been happening. There must be a portal or somewhere that sort of pops around your world randomly. Um, it must be random. Uh, doesn't always transport these people to Morscar, but it seems to either, and fortunately, it's drops people off in a few locations here in Both. It'll transport them to here, Morscar, Sarthos, Denath, the Brine, and the Endel Isles, where I originally come from. Very few have actually plopped into Volgoth, but it's usually for some reason it's right on the border, like directly on the border. They haven't landed on the mountains or in the middle of some Volgothan tribes village, which that would be terrible. Although they would probably think you were a god, popping in and out. So, you know, but nonetheless, they've been winding up in those areas, and I have been posting signs up that says if you have been to not from this world, please follow these signs to the capital of Morscar and contact Billiam Rungal Yellowhammer, the royal wizard of Morscar. And so far, there's been 15 so far. I mean, after the fifth person, I'm like, I better start posting signs. And so I posted signs to where usually the drop off point where these people end up coming. Um, the in Sarthos, it's usually maybe about 2 hours over the border from here. It all seems like it circulates around here, around the surrounding countries. Um, it's always somewhere near the border, maybe about an hour or two from the border. Um, Luckily for the people that end up poofing into where it's only happened twice. The two that poofed right into here in the Voth from Volgoth, they landed like right on the border. I mean, I'm not saying like a mile or anything like that. No, I mean like Volgoth. I mean, literally, you take 5 steps over and then you're in Morscar. So it was, yeah. The two that have it, but right there, same spot. I put it right where that was. I put a sign like, hey, head this way, keep going right down. And then, or if I can't be able to help them in other countries, I point to them like, okay, if I'm not able to, if you don't want to walk all the way to the capital, here's somebody here in this area that'll help you. I don't put that sign in Volgoth because there ain't nobody that's going to be able to help them up there. There's really no magic users. They don't like magic up there. So I literally from there I point them to where I am. But in the Brine there's wizards. In Sarthos there's wizards that I'm associated with. In Denoth there's wizards. Endel Isles, obviously, there's a lot of wizards there. I usually just point them to my family because we have a few in the family. They go there to the Rungal thing, and they just tell them like, "Hey, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what's going on." So it's only happened like 15 times. It's been a little while since it's happened. It's been about a year or two since, yeah, about 2 years since we had somebody from your world that has popped in. Um, but on the chance that it does happen again, the signs are posted. So, like I say, and I have some informational things on the signs, like, hey, avoid the swamp, go around the swamps. I pretty much made it that you and I put maps, and I go around, and there's maps, there's scroll maps that are right there, easy to follow, even for you. It's easy to follow these maps. I pretty much write, hey, don't go here. Go this way. You'll be fine. There is a road. Stay on the roads, and you'll be fine. So, yeah. How did I go from kebab meat to this? I'm weird. Oh well. Let me finish my tea here, and then we'll go another round in this. Like my cup. Good flagon. All right. How long have we been going? Oh, well. Almost time to stop. Almost time to stop. Might as well just keep talking. We only got a few minutes. Um, what else can I give you? Survival. Dragons. Yes, dragons. The dragons here, normally in your fantasy, very few of them talk. They're usually just like animals. Here, they are a race. Dragon race. Um, they talk. They're very intelligent. They are intelligent, sentient beings. Um, just giant friggin' reptiles with wings and breathe fire. They are magical in some ways. They are greedy. They are greedy. Um, but that's just dragons in general. Some you could deal with. Yeah, some you can deal with. Others, not so much. So, yeah. But just steer clear from them. Anyways, if you see one flying, hide. Hide. Although they probably would rather go after a cow than you. So if you're around a bunch of cows, you're good. Unless they breathe fire. But, yeah. So, hey, you know what? I think it's time to go. This game was good. I actually enjoyed this. Would I probably stream this again? Yeah. Short little stream, something like that. Yeah, I definitely will do this again. Probably won't be for a little while. But yeah, this was a nice little game. It's randomized, which I like that. It's a little bit of roguelike. Randomly generated stages. Keeps you on your toes. It's more of a survival type dealy. It's not levels. Um, you do have weapon upgrades. I wish you could keep them to the next level, but no, that would defeat the purpose of the survival, I guess. So, I give this about a 7 out of 10, which is a good little, yeah. It's very cheap. I think it's less than four of your dollars to get it. I think it was 3 something or 2 something. I can't remember. But yeah, check it out. Obviously, the title is you can see where the title was. So, I'm Billiam Roomgall Yellowhammer, and remember, keep down that straight and narrow path, and it leads to good things. I will see you all later. Bye bye now.